So let's hep on back to the housewives. Oh my goodness, so we're gonna start the hefisode with Grand Dragon Zolciak having lunch with Cynthia about Black Babygate. So Cynthia says we never were friends, why can't we just talk? Kim says, well, I say stupid stuff all the time, and you do, but what does it mean that I won't hold a black baby? It means we saw the way you treat Sweetie, and we didn't think you would be down to go to Africa and do some charity work. It means we know you keep your hood pressed and ironed, you just don't wear it in front of mixed company. So Cynthia apologizes for calling her what she is, because Cynthia gonna keep this check. She's got a broke husband she's gotta support. Penelope Thomas ain't cheap. So Cynthia says, do you think you could ever sit down and patch things up with Nene? No. Because Nene won't take your crap. Child, Cynthia said, let's hug. And Grand Dragon's eyes bulged out of her head. Touch a black person. This is why, girl, this is why. Because you say things like, hang out with Nene and eat chicken. That's why we think you wouldn't hold a black baby. She gonna say, maybe we can go on a double date knowing full well your husband can't stand Penelope Thomas Bailey. But because he's black, not because he's a bum. What is Nene doing in California? Is this when her little acting career starts? The back of that head still ain't up. Yep, this is her beginnings. It's a shame how quickly it ended. Nene was aiming for that Oscar. She's got to get an Oscar. Well, honey, the fool you've been playing might win you that award. If only it was on film. Nene really on here talking about her gay assistant. Can you not be gay for 5 minutes? It's a whole lot of gay for me. You're a whole lot of moose for us, but we put up with it. We put up with your blue fingernail polish and your hands looking like feet. We put up with your mispronunciations and your misguided thought. You're lucky that Sissy looked at you and took some pity on your sorry self, because nobody else was willing to work for the peanuts you offered. Okay, so we got Grand Wizard Croy asking Grand Dragon's pappy for her pawed marriage. Fast forward and best fiend. Oh goodness, now we got Candy starting her vibrating bullet bowl. I've heard some horror stories on the live about bedroom Candy, from how much you didn't make as a little sales associate with her multi-level marketing malfeasance, as well as the crap would conk out on your clitoris. Candy looking at them to, ooh, you could do this while he's doing that and then get your leg up. Okay, Candy, we know you like the boudoir. Cynthia is still at this Barely agency, faking the funk. She said somebody's flying in from Ohio for this model search. Why would somebody need a model in Ohio? From Atlanta. I guess they thought it would be cheaper. So Peter's telling her, okay, you can only have 30 people inside, but 300 people coming, so they're gonna be outside without any air conditioning, because we're Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're the Baileys, and we're broke. She said, I want to find 20 girls and 15 guys, and you found no one. I can't wait to see when this just fizzled out. They never even announced that the business was closing. Cynthia just said, I ain't talking about it no more. She said, but I'm confident with Peter behind me, we're gonna make it happen. The only thing you're gonna make happen with Peter behind you is debt. Oh Lord, Phaedra's still playing at funerals. Oh Jesus! Phaedra talking to this grieving family. You doing too much, girl. Can you tell me about your loved one who's unfortunately passed? I think that, you know, we all know somebody's dead here. I just don't imagine they gonna talk to you like that at the funeral home. It was so contrite and contrived. And it's safe to say you two will never get to know each other. It's also not like you're gonna get in there and tell the truth. Child, get me a pine box, because I couldn't stand the heifer. Burn it up. You ain't gonna say that. Then again, you never know. I'm sure some people going in there, close the door, close the door. Look, I want out of this for $500. That fool ain't never done shit. Good riddance to bad rubbish. She's gonna say, why didn't they just say the dad was a widower? Because clearly the mama just passed. They're dealing with it. Girl, she hitting them on the upsell with them caskets. How you got somebody in a room full of caskets and gonna ask anything jumping out at you? Lord, I hope not. This ain't Thriller. I'm sorry, I don't think I could ever see a casket and say, now that's me. No. $14,000. This wasn't a real family. They faked Phaedra out. They was like, we ain't gonna trust you with our business and have you say something stupid on camera. So now we with Nene and the sissy she don't like. So Nene thinks she got the part. She did. One of her first and one of her last. I think this is when things started to go downhill for Nene because she finally got what she wanted and was happy, and then she lost it. She wanted to move out to LA and really be an actress. Oh, and Keisha Knight Pulliam pulls up for a cameo. So Keisha getting her hip to game, she says, look, for meetings you do need to live out here, but you're gonna have to travel when you film. So now we're at Willie Watkins' Dead of KK, and it's giving a funeral dirge tea. And not even one of them lively New Orleans funerals. It's just depressing. So we finally got all the ladies together, and this is the first time Kim's been around Nene. And Kim's upset. Sheree's over with Cynthia and Nene, because Sheree was trying to get on the right team before she got this right here. Oh, this ceremony looked long and boring. Cynthia said this was a waste of an outfit and a wig. Then again, was it that good of an outfit? Was it a great wig? Was it, Cynthia? I mean, it wasn't that hedgehog crap from your first season when you were trying to give a Sonic tea. So Kim and Sheree go outside for a cigarette because they bored, and I can't even blame them. I'm bored watching it. Kim tells Sheree that Croy proposed. So Phaedra finally speaks and announces the funeral home that will never happen. So she had a Neverland before Sheree. Well, they had one at the same time. All right, so next up is the season finale. So we open with Nene and Cynthia browsing furniture. You know they never buy, but they love to browse. Ooh, Cynthia was right about Nene. She's all about browns and tans, but she need a pop of color. And you look at that bedroom, ain't no color, ain't no art. So Nene tells Cynthia she's moving forward with the plot line. Divorce. Nene says she gonna miss Greg's sex. You mean you gonna miss not having to have it? Greg don't seem like a tiger in the boudoir. Y'all give me sexless marriage since Brent T. Now we got Candy getting a fresh shipment of her bedroom bull. Candy says Sue built my empire. Did Lee Daniels watch this? I don't know about Empire because ain't nobody talking about bedroom Candy except for the disgruntled heifers in the chat. You lucky black people ain't on Reddit like that. Cynthia said she's prepared a curriculum for her modeling students. Until you can pronounce it, you can't prepare it. Curriculum. It's not curriculum. It's not curriculum. I know you've been around Nene talking about bridesmaids and whatnot. Oh God, we're gonna have to go through that second wedding. Oh, we got Roger Bob as one of the judges. Before Demetria was saying his name every 5 minutes and still ended up unmarried. Cynthia, you gonna say everybody thinks they can be a model. There's a lot of people here that shouldn't be here. Like you. You're a model. You're not a modeling agent. This barely agency, please. That's why you barely got models, because the real models know that's a ticket to nowhere fast. And then you're gonna end up with a bad contract because Penelope Thomas Bailey wrote it. You still gonna be doing crappy castings next season when Kenya creeps up. It's a shame, Cynthia, even with you supposedly trying to train people for behind the camera jobs, you still couldn't get your school off the ground. That's why it was the barely agency. It was barely a plot line. So we got these girls that won. They're getting a free 6-week course. Sounds like 6 weeks of not working towards achieving your goals. But then again, you always learn something when you get taken, even if it's just for your time. She gonna say Peter stepped up where Mal failed. Please, Peter didn't have anything to do. His restaurant was defunct at the time. So now we got Candy and Phaedra picking strippers for the bedroom bull party. And Candy's always trying to make a fun environment where the ladies can let their hair down and talk about sex. And you still the same heifer, 9 years later. Oh, they got Sheree helping them? For what? She don't know nothing about penis, unless it's prison penis. But we'll get to that on Pop Roast. Sheree gonna say she good at picking out eye candy, then what were you doing with Whitfield? Your eye must have cocked like his if you thought he was candy. Oh, Termaine with the tea come in, he look homeless. Why your lips blunt black? You supposed to be a model. You a scrawny little thing, a taller Bow Wow. Girl, that bird chest was just a chirping. Oh goodness, Andre looked too gay for a woman's pamper party. He'd be great if it was time to shimmy with his sissy, but not for this. You need to give masculinity. They should call RHOA. Dixon and hip Atney. Oh my goodness, it's Bolo's first appearance. When they hired the sexy men for her little party, Bolo was the first one introduced. It's so funny, Candy said, can we package these guys up in boxes? Well, 9 years later, you do. Candy said, do we get a happy ending? Again, in a few years, you will. So will Portia and Cynthia. Oh, Kim and Croy, mutant best fiends. Oh, I'm glad they got them off the show. Child, we've got Nene with all her rentals. Rented Louboutin shoes, a bag borrowed steel Hermes, and her rent-a-man John. However, her rent-a-man has bad news. The Lenithia Lounge is languishing on the vine. You should have been open this lounge. This was season 4 back when Nene was hot. Bam! Bloop! Now ain't nobody trying to go to your sorry spot. Oh my goodness, we really gonna act like Nene and this man gonna really get together and move to New York? You can tell they have no chemistry. I don't even know why he's here. Was this to promote The Apprentice? It must have been. Oh, we got a rented Rolex too. Does this watch mean something? Yes, it means you bought it yourself. That's what it means, Nene. Well, rented. Rented. Let me go out and get the food. I had some groceries delivered. I gotta say, my experience with Instacart out here has been way better. They go to Walmart where stuff is a lot cheaper and they've done a great job with replacements. So shout out to the Instacart people right now because y'all have helped me a ton. So Nene's basically giving John the kiss off because it's too soon after Greg. No, y'all getting back together for tax, debt, and plotline purposes. We got your number, huzzy. Nene says she wants to date a few people at the same time. What's wrong with being a player? Honey, the only player around you is your dog. Child, Nene talk about going shopping, all of a sudden that black card turned green. Like a copper penny. So we've got Cynthia holding Model 101. It's a shame you never get to 302. So it's the night of the bedroom bullshit launch. And Bolo getting that big thing ready. Oh, we got Deb Atney here with a hip and a hot point. So we got Nene, Marlo, and Cynthia on the way down in the party because Candy told about it, invited basically everybody. They thought it was going to be a high-end event. No, honey, this is a Candy Burris affair. She's got to make her coin. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Now we got Mama Joyce talking about, I want the lipstick, but you were so scared to see the penis last season. Ha! Candy said, I don't care that Cynthia and Nene ain't doing nothing. They wasn't gonna buy anything anyway. I just brought them because I had to. Oh, now we got B. Scott, Grand Drag, and Shit Ray. Marlo and Cynthia go to get massages, but Nene's like, I don't know who these guys are, and I don't even like Greg pawing at me. So Nene leaves early. Nene done left her pet Cynthia at the event. Cynthia gotta call a cab. Marlo trying to get Nene to stay, but she's like, I gotta go. Go where? Do what? Home to your empty house? Well, your empty rental. Or maybe to take that wrinkled tunic off. Nene ain't even saying goodnight to nobody. Just as ignorant. See, that's how a moose would leave the party, with a charge out. Cynthia said goodbye for Nene, but I think Cynthia got left. Grand Dragon gonna say Nene doesn't need a dildo because she has a dick in her pants. And you have a strap-on for Croy. So what's the difference? And that was the season. Phaedra was supposedly designing a new makeup line for morticians. A little post-mortem powder, some burial blush. Sounds like every hue. Actually, every hue at least existed. Sheree continues to beg Bob for child support. And Chateau Sheree is still Neverland. They gonna say the Bailey Agency's classes are all full. Why tell that lie? Nene got her role on Glee and officially is divorced. And they'll be remarried before the end of next season. Well, I'll see you soon for the reunion. But now it's time for Basketball Wives.